Greetings, all you hard slingers out there, and welcome back to World Hard 20 Podcast. You know, every time I sit down and prepare the intro to a new episode, I struggle to make sure that I don't just copy and paste the information I bring to all of you, but to try to keep it fresh. Well, we're in the breach as we begin the undertaking of the Carrion Crown Adventure Path. But with both campaigns starting to run concurrently, I think it's important to let all of you hard slingers know that we will not compromise the integrity of either campaign, nor will we end the Riders on the Storm just to make room for the other. To me, that would just be a disservice to all of you listeners if we called it short or just flat out ended it. And while that should be good news for all of you fans out there, as you're getting a double dose of the Hard 20, I ask for your patience as we start to navigate our schedules to accommodate both of these awesome campaigns. But enough on that. I now present to you, for your listening pleasure, Riders on the Storm, Episode 41, The Eyes Have It. Go talk. Everybody talking on the microphone.
I had 5 doubloons.
I had a salad.
Did you toss that salad, Eric?
On certain nights.
That's right. She is pregnant, so what Mama wants,
Mama gets.
Mama gets.
Come on over here and toss Mama.
Oh, God.
What, are you uncomfortable?
I'm disturbed. It
Get her a pillow.
takes a lot for me to be uncomfortable. I mean, the baby's doing a good enough job of that.
All right. Well, greetings, fellow slingers, and welcome back to Roll the Hard 20 Podcast, Episode 41 of Riders on the Storm. And with me are the Hard Slingers.
Woo!
Yeah. Let me set the stage. Okay, so you guys have jumped back in time. As best as you can tell, it's approximately about 350 years in the past. You were trying to figure out what that large walking brain was, and Vratislav decided he wanted to go over and get a little touchy-feely with it, and that just went crazy. The thing started shrieking, and next thing you know, several of those shadow mages warped in from the future into the past. You guys had managed to evade them by climbing up this back colon to an upper level. You pretty much already know where you are. You're in the past of what is the bowels of this golden temple. As you guys came up to the upper level, you saw one of these liquid time devices, but it is frozen solid. It's immobile right now. It's just inert. You see dead bodies everywhere, and you managed to help one of the dying patrons there, and you find out that he was once one of these shadow mages as well. It seemed as though he had just arrived, and he was begging you to get him out of this area because it seemed to be a lair for a large beast. And now you hear this growl, this moan, and as you look up towards the entrance to this water-filled cavern, you see this large beast lumbering his way down these natural steps with a body over his shoulder. And this man who you resuscitated, whose name is Archer, said, That's him right there. You mustn't let him get close to us. We must flee this place.
I agree. We should go.
Is there an exit other than the one he's at?
Make a history check there, handsome.
Nope.
You're right. Nope, there isn't one.
Can I do an investigation check?
It was not even a question to you. I was kind of being sarcastic to Archer.
I'll be a 19.
19. You remember that when you first came down into this golden pyramid, that it only had one entrance to it. And that what you first thought was the exit was the spiral staircase that went down to the subfloor, to the archives. That was the hole that you just came
Climb
from.
up. Yeah.
Removed the rope and left those other 3 mages down at the bottom floor.
So he's standing in the one and only exit.
He's standing in the one and only one.
Yeah.
And you see him kind of looking around, sniffing the air. He just grabs this body that's on his shoulder and he just throws it across the room. You see its legs and arms spiraling out, and you and you
Oh, it was still alive.
Yes, he was still alive, and you see this body crashing to the wall closest to him, and slump back down right into the water. And he's barely moving, but you can tell that whatever happened to this guy, he's being well tenderized, perhaps for supper.
Maybe we can distract him into the hole and let him fall into the hole.
Rafu, use your diplomacy.
I was about to
The
say.
beast begins to move slowly into the cavern.
Rafu, speak reason to him.
I like that. That's pretty.
I like your pointer stick.
I know. Wait till you see what I do with this stick.
Oh, boy.
It's nothing phallic. Don't spoil it, Goosh.
I mean, why'd you have to say it like that?
I got a few ideas.
I didn't
but,
call it phallic.
I mean, it looks like you could put a roll of paper towels on it.
Not where I was going.
Yeah, dude.
Well, for radio's sake, I was going to keep it clean.
Oh,
Really? Now?
Yeah,
Now?
let's see how clean it stays
41
after
lessons.
that.
Oh, no.
Don't waste your time.
Vratislav, what are you going to do, man? Now, you guys are all kind of huddled behind on the far side of this device, and he's on the other side.
Should we have rolled for initiative? Has he not seen us?
No, he hasn't seen us
Yeah, he
yet.
hasn't seen us. Okay.
You don't know that yet.
I think he hasn't seen
It's
us yet.
highly unknown.
I think we should
All
throw a rock over that direction, and then he'll go investigate that direction.
I think if you
And then we
want
go
to do that,
run
you
around
should
him.
go. You should just do it now.
Well, I'm going to cast spike growth in front of him.
Okay.
So that's why you should
So
have done it now.
one person can take a surprise attack against it, and then if you're going to do that, then we'll roll initiative.
I allow it. I mean, I don't. I
you
don't realize
allow it. Well, let me move the DM screen over to this side of the table.
Well, I mean, he has to check everything by me anyways.
Oh,
Are we still talking
you're
about the
talking
game?
about him. She's going to allow you to do that.
Oh, okay.
But I will
That rings
use
on a
a
little tight, isn't it?
little tight. But I will use a doubloon to regenerate one of my second level spells to do spike growth.
Okay.
5 feet in front of the beast that's approaching us.
Okay.
And spike growth, it's a 20-foot radius centered where I want it. So I'll use the doubloon.
All right. Doubloon is played.
So he's 5 feet away, and it's a 20-foot radius as soon as he steps into it.
Okay, so you want him to get 5 feet within you. Is that what we're doing?
No,
I'm casting it in front of him.
Oh,
him.
okay.
Yeah.
So on his next turn, no matter what, he's going to walk into it.
Okay, so
but-
he begins to move forward and walks right into where you said you're putting these.
Dude, we all got to get these. It's fucking
Now, is it a save, like a reflex? I'm sorry, deck save?
So for spike growth, off the bat, the area becomes difficult terrain
Okay.
for the duration, which is up to 10 minutes. When a creature moves into or within the area, it takes 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet it travels. So
Okay,
how far did it travel?
he traveled 5 feet into it.
Okay.
So he's going to take damage then.
So as he walks into the spike growth, he will take 4 points of damage as my the vines I cast come up and bite his ankles.
Okay.
cut
now-
up his feet and shit.
Nibble, nibble, nibble.
I want to take you guys back in time briefly.
Wait,
Actually,
I thought
it's-
we already went back.
Forward
in
in
time.
You're
time.
going to go back to go forward in time, and I want
To
to
go
remind.
Flashback to the future.
I want to refresh everyone's memory of when you first returned to the Seekers Foundation and you found this place just being assaulted by these serpent beasts. You saw these unliving creatures walking around, assailing all the acolytes and those members that were defending this place, even up into their death. And you saw a few of the fallen out in front. And Vratislav, you walked up to one of them and you removed a bracer off the arm of one of them. And as you cast this spell, you feel this bracer begin to hum, and it energizes this spell that you've set out to trap this beast. So go ahead and roll another D6 damage.
5.
5. And every time you cast an offensive spell that's not a cantrip, you'll get that.
Okay, so every 5 feet he moves into my spike growth, he gets 1d4 plus 6.
Okay. Plus the D6.
Plus 1d6.
Right.
Yes.
Yes. Until the spell wears off.
Fucking rad.
You won't need that. Now let's roll some initiative.
Woo!
Oh, that's really good. I like that. Eldon.
4.
That's even better. Vratislav.
3.
Ruby.
15.
Rafu.
11.
And of course, we don't want this guy to be left out on the lurch.
Archer.
19 for Archer.
Oh,
Do you want me to draw the circle for the...
It's nice knowing you.
Yeah,
Archer.
let's do that. Let's do that.
I was about to get a regular pen out. Didn't think that one through. There we go.
by the way, does spike growth affect everyone that walks in it?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
So don't-
It doesn't. It
So
doesn't know the.
It doesn't
difference between-
discriminate.
Okay, so
We don't walk in it.
can everybody see their name on this fucking post?
Yes.
That's
Okay.
snazzy.
So now we no longer have to wait for me to say who's up next.
I'm going to take a picture of this
Just
so everyone
so
shows,
you know.
sees how smart
Yes.
our DM is.
I wish I could take credit for it, but I can't.
Oh, so now you
I
can
heard
look
it.
at it and remember when you skip us.
That's right. Whether or not it's intentional. Now you know.
Where'd you get it from?
I got it from a
Hobby Lobby.
podcast known as No Direction. They were talking about different ways of doing initiative trackers. But I did go to Michael's. I bought a candlestick thing and a dowel and a bunch of clothespins, and I just went around and you could see your name.
It's Brian's favorite place to go on Saturdays
It is.
because they're closed on Sundays.
Put it
That's
on.
Hobby Lobby, man.
Oh, that's Hobby Lobby.
That's
My
Hobby
bad.
Lobby.
Get it fucking right, man.
Michael's
Yeah.
is for the professionals.
Yeah.
Oh,
Michael's never closes.
What the?
never take a break.
Okay,
Even pictures need to be hung on
Michael's likes their
Sunday.
days.
Rafu.
You always got to be.
What are you gonna do,
arts
man?
and crafts.
Rafu. I don't want to get in there.
What? What?
Back down the colon again, or what?
No.
Spikes don't discriminate.
If
so
only you had a bow, an arrow.
I know I do.
Well,
I'm gonna move.
Well, he has no depth perception.
yeah.
15.
If only he had two eyes still.
I'm gonna move 15 feet around the
If I
center.
only had an eye.
Draw my longbow, and I'm gonna fire an arrow with disadvantage because of my eyeball,
Okay.
and that is gonna be 9 to hit.
9.
I assume that's gonna miss.
That will totally miss.
Negative goes.
Negative. So it just totally hits the guy that's dead already on the floor.
So Archer sees that you guys are not going to try to get out right away. You see the blood kind of drain from his face. It just becomes ashen white. Swallows deep and moves to his right to where he can actually see the beast. And he opens up his hand, and out comes this firebolt. And you see it miss the beast. And with his remainder of his movement, he moves back behind Vratislav.
This is why your people were slaughtered.
I'm exhausted. Most of my spells are already gone. You don't know what we went through. Look at my brethren up here. Everyone has expired except for me. It would have been my fate as well. It most certainly is that man's fate over there.
My turn?
Yep.
Oh, I thought you were
Do you
going to announce
see
it.
that fucking thing?
Well, this is my first time doing this. I thought you were going to announce it.
Oh.
You
Okay.
gotta get some lights on this, and then it'll
That'd
like
be cool.
light up on
Yeah.
whoever's
I
fucking
know.
turn it is.
Get some
Which
LEDs
is-
going with the
Every
switch.
person's name. Except for what happens when I have more people.
We just add more lights.
more
duh.
lights.
Yeah, dude.
LEDs,
Duh.
duh.
Get more fucking lights.
What are
Okay.
you? Electrical 101.
I'm going to move up to the obelisk thingy. And then, yeah, right there. And then kind of like peer around it and shoot off 2 Eldritch Blasts.
Okay.
With, oh my God, what's it called? The one with, the one that
Repelling?
gives me the, no, not repelling, but the one that gets me the,
Agonizing?
yeah, agonizing, thank you. So that way I get some extra damage, hopefully. That will be a 18 to hit on one.
On one of them, what about the other one?
The other one misses.
They both miss.
Holy
Oh
shit.
shit!
Now,
we're gonna
remember
die.
remember how AC is generated. It doesn't always necessarily mean Dex. It could have something to do with the hardness of their
The hardiness
skin
of-
as
I
well.
mean,
you know?
I'm a paladin. I understand that very much.
No, I get that. I
I'm
get
not
that I
Dex.
probably hit him, but I just didn't do anything.
Well, it's the badass mofo's turn.
Yeah, I
which
saw
is-
Bamf on the.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see what this guy's speed is.
It's difficult terrain, so he uses up twice as much.
Yep.
Why don't you go and roll that damage for me too, Eric? As he moves forward.
How far did he move?
He moved 15 feet because of the difficult terrain.
7 so far, and the last one, another 4, 11 points of damage.
Plus the D6
yeah.
D6?
D6 that shit.
Is it D6 per square?
per square, or
No, just for the turn.
Okay. So plus 2 on that.
I already forgot
13.
that. I already forgot the first number.
So did he, obviously.
I was trying to be
That's
helpful.
why I said plus
Plus
2.
2.
I was like trying to be helpful, and then as soon as
You
we
hear this-
moved on to the D6, I forgot.
You hear this cry come out of him, almost like a baby, and then it kind of changes slightly, almost to like a mimic of a bird of some kind. Goes deeper into like an old man's voice, and then you see this vomit spit out of its mouth. And I need for Ruby to make a.
Dude, are you
Dex
working
save.
through some shit? What the fuck? What the fuck
Is it
I
a
doing?
homunculus? What am I making? A
A dex save.
dex? Oh, well, fuck me. 10.
Oh,
10.
God.
Oh no.
Okay.
As you take 6 points of acid damage as it spews out at you.
That was better than I thought it would be.
Eldon.
Still too far. I'm going to chuck a dagger at it. Actually, I have 2 attacks, so I'm going to chuck 2 daggers at it.
Okay.
Let's see. I have a 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right, the other one's going to miss. And then I need a D4.
That's not one of those blue daggers,
Nope.
is it? Okay.
And then that is 5 points of damage.
Vratislav.
I'm going to throw one of my blue daggers at it.
Okay.
That is 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
For 8 points of damage.
You see this dagger stick in his pec. He rears his head back, roars in pain, takes it, rips it out, and throws it into the water. Remember, the water's probably about 18 inches deep. Mm-hmm. And just now he knows where you guys are, definitely. Rafu.
Rafu's gonna move south 15 feet towards
The
Eldon. I'm actually right next to the mic.
Yeah.
Towards
that thing in your mouth.
Eldon and Rothslav,
15 feet.
correct?
Okay.
And I'm gonna enter a rage and fire my bow.
Okay, now he is on the other side of that machine. Is that where you want to be? Because you'll do it with this advantage.
He already does it.
Oh, you already
I already
do.
do it with disadvantage to begin with.
How much
so
worse
is that
can it
triple
get?
disadvantage?
No.
Double disadvantage.
Move over here. Can you not move 15 feet or 30 feet?
Yeah, I can move 30 feet.
Yeah, move there.
You're
then you
raging,
won't
it's
be
fine.
behind it.
Yeah.
Okay,
That is gonna be 20 to hit
that'll hit.
and 5 points. Oh wait, hold on. 7 points of damage.
Oh, man.
That is.
Okay, I just want to
that
make
your
sure.
final
I didn't do
answer?
more.
Yeah.
He's done. I believe him.
And then second attack with my longbow again, and that is horrible, and I'm gonna miss.
All right.
So it's just gonna pass over his shoulder.
The Shadow Mage pulls himself back out again, raises his hand. You see this gout of liquid leave his fingertips.
You've been loving that word.
I
Gout.
do love it. I do.
I always
think
think
it's
of
'cause we
like
made fun
feet.
of him one
Yeah,
time.
I always think of feet.
So do I. I think of gout and toes.
Yeah.
As this beast takes 7 points of acid damage.
Take it.
I may have been too
That sounded
hasty about
kinda
you boys.
sexual.
Okay.
Wasn't intended
Ruby
that way.
is going to stand in front of the group and in front of the beast. Yes, in between.
Oh, boy.
One more over. Like direct. And I'm going to cast fear.
Hell yeah.
And if you fail, absorb aggro.
Okay, hang on. I need to read something on this. What is it?
I'm casting fear, so it has to make a wisdom saving throw. I'm casting a projectile image of its worst
Oh,
Fear.
of fear.
okay. So is this
It's a Dementor spell.
okay? So as this beast,
Good Harry Potter.
you
reference.
see
That's the
these
one thing I can think of.
you see these milky eyes look towards you as this image begins to materialize in front of it.
Hell yeah. He can't be wise, can he?
Actually, he's not.
No, that's why I'm banking on.
Yeah, of course.
It looks from you to this image that shimmers and coalesces into a solid form for him to see, and it starts to shake and move.
So it has to make a dash action
Okay.
and move away from me to the safest available route in its turn.
Okay. On its turn or right now?
On its turn,
On
but
its turn.
his turn is next. So.
Okay, so it moves over towards the east wall, into an alcove that you can't really see what he's doing. Now,
Did
if
it
he's
go
forced,
through any of the spike?
I don't know
It
how big
can't.
the circle
It
was.
doesn't matter. It needs to go through its safety.
He has to
It
go
was
through-
50-50, your call.
Okay, so if he was
No,
right here,
he goes to the safest available route, so that's technically not
Okay.
safe.
okay. So it went around it. That's why it didn't go up.
Okay,
up the
so
steps.
it is out of my sight.
It is out of your sight.
So if it ends the turn out of my sight, the creature can make another wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
And on the successful one, the creature will save.
Does he make it now?
On the end of its turn, which would be now because it
Okay.
can't do anything because it's still frightened.
No problem.
Damn it.
So
Damn it.
God damn it.
it shakes
Jess.
its head, and you hear this baby crying
Ah!
on the other side in that alcove, and you hear this, "Save me from this beast.
Oh my
Save
god.
me. The beast has me. Help me, little one. Little halfling, help me."
Wait a minute. It's that thing, dude.
Eldon.
It's definitely that thing. All right. I'm going to move.
It's hurting me.
I feel like I know what's up, but I'm still moving towards it. I'm going to move 30 feet towards it.
That's why?
Yep.
You just tell me where you see a square.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Wrathful Smite. And then I just have to maintain concentration of that. And then I'm going to use my action to dodge. And I'm going to just stand right there.
Okay. So.
That's my turn.
Okay. Vratislav.
I'm going to charge toward the beast. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
It's a trap, Vratislav.
Right now, I'm just running toward it.
Okay.
So move me 60.
Oh, jeez.
There?
Bold.
You good there?
If that's 60.
That is 60 right
and as
there.
I draw my longsword,
Prepping to go for the.
I will ready in action. Because
Okay.
I use charger, so.
Rafu.
Rafu now noticing that Wrathslav has moved from his right side, which is his bad side. He's going to advance 30 feet to the north. Yeah, that should be fine. Draw his longbow again and fire. 19 hit.
It does not.
We're fucked.
All right. Fire again.
Just from that dice right there.
Yeah.
Roll another dice.
It doesn't
No,
matter.
you don't roll another dice, man. It doesn't matter.
You're going to take the lowest number anyways. 6 or 12.
Yeah. Miss both arrows.
Where's that dice?
You go get your dice.
I just want to touch the die.
Don't touch my
Don't
dice.
touch dice, dude.
I want to touch it.
Don't touch it. Leave the dice alone.
Wrathslav. Eric's by your foot.
Whoa.
Vratislav, it's by your
I mean,
sword.
You can call me by my player character, too.
Dude, he's like too into it. Oh.
Oh,
I know. I was
I
really
should've
in it.
touched that.
I got good. One roll, one bad
just
roll
rolled a
out of the
20.
way. See, I told you. I got one bad one out of the way.
Good job. So the mage moves forward, looks at the beast, raises his hand, and fires this bolt out of his hand again at the beast. And it misses, striking the wall behind it. Ruby, you hear once again, "Help me, he's got me. He's got me in his hand. Release me. Please save me."
It's staying in its hand.
That's me. It's choking me.
Well, the only thing I know to be able to get rid of it would be to take this beast down. And I have a backup plan, even if the thing that's calling for me dies. So I'm going to.
Plan.
I got a spell for that.
Burial. Gentle repose.
But it just doesn't make any sense. And Ruby is smarter than that. So she's going to move next to the mage and then shoot off 2 Eldritch Blasts again.
Move next to the mage?
Yes.
Like in front of him?
To the left side. I'm going to keep that. Okay, that will be numbers. That will be a 14 and a 13.
And both those numbers will not work.
It's Eldritch Blast doesn't
Yeah, that's attacking.
do anything.
Yeah, it's-
Just realized it.
The beast sees you, Vratislav, as you've moved forward. But you haven't covered the distance completely between you and it. So it takes that moment and moves forward towards you. You see him raise up one of his hands and bring it down upon you.
Timeout.
I'm like, call time out.
I like that.
Because I used Charger.
Okay.
That's a bonus action, and I readied an action.
Take that action now.
So as the beast charges towards me,
Okay.
I will attempt to swing back at him and miss feebly.
Oh my gosh. So with
Hey, man. Attempting is good.
his right hand, you see him raise it up and bring it down, claws and all. And I believe that's going to miss 12.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then it raises its left hand. Let's get a different die out here. Oh, fuck that die.
Yay.
Don't slow clap me. This is not a John Hughes movie. Moving on.
Eldon.
Eldon.
Cool runs. Cool
Eldon
running.
is going to close the distance between him and the beast, and he is going to attack him. 1.
God damn it.
No.
Yes, make that dex save. What did you use?
I just used my sword, man.
Oh, you moved forward then.
Yeah, I said I moved forward.
Oh, well, you didn't move your guy forward.
Dude, I can't reach that fucking
We don't
far.
have really cool
I'm counting on
wands.
you to, do something. I dropped my sword.
Oh, thank you. I'm so happy.
And then with my sword on the ground, I'm gonna take a dagger.
second.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
have to.
We got to figure out where you.
Yeah,
sword
go
goes.
ahead.
Southwest for 4 squares.
God damn it.
Right next to this body.
All right, perfect. And then I'm
Is it though?
gonna pull out my
yeah, it's right
dagger.
next to the body.
I'm gonna take a dagger and then try and stab him with the dagger.
Okay. In fact, I'm even going to mark your sword with Eric's gold doubloon that he used.
I missed. Okay, I'm done.
Okay. Who's next? Vratislav.
He needed the announcement.
I like the build.
Okay, I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on him. Need that guy. This one. First attack. That is 19 to hit.
That misses.
Second attack. Draw back. Swing again. And miss worse.
Oh.
Shit.
Rafu.
I'm gonna have to use. I'm gonna get rid of the bow. Can I holster my bow and grab my great axe?
You have to
And
drop the bow.
I have to drop it. Can't take my action. Just. I can't.
I
You're
mean,
right.
you
Damn
can
it! I
take
can't.
You can take the
You
the
can't
action.
take your whole turn to do it, but
Why don't you just put
Would
the bow
you?
down? You're going to come back to it.
I wouldn't.
Just put
Just
it on
drop
the
it.
So
obelisk
I'm
thing.
gonna toss it.
Yeah.
don't toss it. Just drop
I'll catch it.
Drop it.
No, throw it next to my sword.
I was gonna throw it towards like the back where Ruby was at.
We'll pick both up. That way we won't forget them.
Is throwing an action though?
Dropping is
Well, if you're
not.
going to aim it towards somebody, like,
Yeah, at that
like
point
with
it's gonna be an
intent, that would be an action. If you're just going to say, fuck it, and like, drop this thing.
Seeing things going sideways, I want to drop my bow and move towards the front of the party and attack with my great axe.
Join the party.
And that is going to be 24 to hit.
That hits.
Good Good
Are you-
choice.
Are you raging now?
I am raging.
He was also attacking recklessly.
Was it? Oh,
Oh, yeah. That's a 1.
for 7 points of damage.
Were you attacking recklessly?
No, I wasn't attacking recklessly.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Because you rolled 2 dice, so I assumed you were attacking recklessly. Or did you
so
assume you had disadvantage?
I was assuming I had disadvantage, so I'll just take it for recklessly. So again, recklessly. My bad. That is 16 to hit or 17 to hit.
Miss.
Miss.
Wait, is that 17 on the dice?
No, it was 17 with my
Okay.
plus to hit.
The mage
Fuck.
moves towards that fallen ally over there
Yeah.
and kneels down beside him, trying to see what his condition is. Ruby,
Wait, where are you going? As I yell to the mage.
with all the commotion going on, he doesn't even hear you. Between that baby crying and Rafu engorging himself and swords dropping and bows falling.
Ah!
Oh boy.
I'm going to use Sacred Flame, hoping that this works. So he has to
Okay.
make a dex saving throw.
A dex save.
Yeah, hopefully he's not dexterous. I don't think he is. He looks like he's a big hulking beast, right?
14.
Yes.
Shit. He just happened to roll well.
He's-
Rolled off one of his dead corpses that he killed. Did you see that?
I know, I saw that parkoured off of it. I'm just like, seriously?
So it has 3 targets, but there's one particular target that he really wants to. He's very interested in, but let's just see. 1, 2 for Rafu and coming down the line. 3, 4. That's Eldon
Yep.
with his first claw.
Oh, my God.
That is the
Reroll.
hard 20 that you just used that doubloon on.
Yeah, you're the DM. You don't get to have fun.
All right, I'm going to re-roll this right
Fuck
now.
you, reroll it.
Yes.
Yeah!
Woo! Second attack. That'll miss.
Right on.
13 misses, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I just got to make sure.
All day.
Eldon
All right. I'm gonna try and attack her with this
You-
dagger again.
took away my crit.
24 to hit.
It doesn't work that way.
DMs can't use doubloons.
All right. And so on the first round, I cast Wrathful Smite, and since I've hit him, it now goes off.
Okay.
He needs to make a Wisdom saving throw.
All right. Wisdom. Shouldn't be easy. He's got a plus shit to add to that. Oh, and a
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
1.
He is once again feared,
Okay.
but it's not like hers where it forces him to leave. He just can't get any closer to me, but that doesn't really matter. But he has disadvantage while he can see me
Against only you?
against everyone.
Okay, he has disadvantage. Okay.
And he can use his action to try and shake off the fear, but he has to blow his action for that.
Okay.
And then I have one more attack. Also, he takes
Is he taking damage on that?
yeah, he takes damage. He takes what is this? He takes 8 points of damage,
8 points.
and then another attack. That one's gonna miss.
Alrighty. For Rotislav.
All right, I will swing at him. 23 will hit. So that is 14 points of damage on the first
Good God.
attack. Second attack, 21 to hit.
That will hit? Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm doing the math over here.
Someone showed up.
That is 10 points of damage on the second one.
Yeah.
You see it's starting to really feel the effects. You see its milky eyes darting around, breathing heavy, bleeding this black ichor profusely from all of his wounds that he's taking. Rafu.
Rafu's going to attack recklessly.
Sorry.
That's one hell of a heavy dice.
I know.
It was good timing.
I'm going to miss. Second attack. That's going to hit. That is 25 to hit
Okay.
Do it.
for 13 points of damage.
13 points. What are you using? Balls is great axe, right?
Balls is great axe, yeah.
So as you bring Balls' great axe upon this beast, sinking it right into its clavicle, it drops to its knees. It looks up at you with these dead, milky eyes, and you hear emanating from its voice, "Mommy, why? Why?" And it crumples over, slumping right into the water at your feet.
Knowing that, I run over and I would like to search its hands, search everything about it. Can I investigate it?
Sure, go right ahead. Tell me what you want to do.
Right. I want to figure out what it is.
Okay.
Ruby, be careful. Double tap.
Investigation, that'll be a 13.
13. As you pry open each one of its hands, you see these large claws in each one, and you see just empty palms. There's nothing in either hand.
Well, that relieves her a little bit, but just I'm extremely curious about this. I turn over to the boys, the Rodslav and Eldon and everybody, and does anybody know what this is?
It's dead, Ruby.
I'm not 100%.
I fall out of my rage.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And I fall out of my rage.
I think I'm not 100% sure about that. I think we go for the double tap here.
No, he's
man.
out of the rage.
No, I'm not talking about that. Oh, okay, yeah. So double tap. Make sure Rafu's definitely out of his rage.
Okay.
No. Rafu, do you want to take another swing at this thing?
I mean, did anybody else hear the voices come from it?
Everybody heard the
Yeah,
voices.
I heard the voice.
Well, I just want to make sure because Ruby tends to hear voices.
I don't know. I think this beast is deceitful, and I wouldn't be surprised if it tried to play dead on us. So I think we should go for a double tap.
Strangely enough, you have not heard from Batu since you've gone back in time.
Well, I figured that's because we went back in time,
Yeah.
but I
Can I roll
figure
a-
that's exactly what it is.
Arcana to see if Rafu knows what
Sure.
it is?
You tell me what you want to investigate, how you want to do it.
I thought it was just Arcana just to recall if I know what kind of beast this is.
That would be nature.
Oh, can I roll nature?
Sure.
I would
Right.
like to assist on nature.
Okay.
Got a 4.
17.
17. You, being from the plains, have probably never seen a beast like this, but a ranger who's traversed several different climates, terrains, and whatnot, you know that this beast has the ability to mimic different voices that it may have heard in the past. How it heard a baby's voice, though, that's probably something you would know, unless you knew its life.
Rafu takes a guess, and he ate a baby at one point.
Oh, that's so sad.
That's a pretty good guess.
It's a pretty dark guess.
Rafu's life was dark, man.
Who knows how many babies Rafu's ate?
Too many to count.
Too many to count.
What do we have a good description of what the beast looks like?
I don't know, because right now I'm walking away to grab my sword.
It looked to you like a large, upright toad. Just this lumbering thing with a rock-hard epidermis. It had these milky eyes and these large nostrils, easily over 100 sharp teeth in its mouth.
Gross.
Ruby, happy that there's nothing there. There's no child or anything in it or on it or whatever.
As far as
Realizes dawns on her that the mage went and ran over to another person, and she would like to check that out and see if she can help.
Okay. As you make your way over to Archer, he's just looking down, disappointed at the body at his feet.
Who was this, Archer?
I did not know this man, but he is from my order. There was nothing I could do for him. He was beyond my help. The beast threw him with too much force, too much velocity into the wall. He sustained too much damage. He's passed on.
I saw that toss. I don't know how he even lived it for a second.
I could only imagine what the fear was that was going through his mind at the time. I know the fear that I had as well, but to be on the other side of the veil, perhaps he is better off.
I bet he's found peace now, but we should move on. We need to get out of here.
Well, like I said earlier in last episode, my goal was to make it to the northern garrison. In the future, it is known as the Prison of the Hidden Hand, and that was where we were going.
Well, I think we're all down to go there. Guys, should we go to the future hidden hand?
The future hidden hand.
The hand is easily seen.
Well, I mean, we're
Prior to
doing
us
a
being in,
time heist here. So, I mean,
are you gloving me? You gauntleting me?
it's the Infinity Glovelet.
Like I said, I had this before I ever saw the movie or knew about the movie. This has already been in
It's
the
our
works.
D&D time heist.
So Archer suggests that that you continue on towards the northern garrison. He believes that that is the last known location of both the Soul Crucible and the Inner Facet Gem. And just so you know, hold on a second, because I'm going to edit this part out too. Ruby, you do have that Soul Crucible. I listened to that episode. Batu did not keep that. He handed
it-
He gave it
so-
back
He
to
did give it
you.
back to you.
Okay.
So, but he doesn't. That Archer doesn't know you have it.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm keeping a hold of it. She's, kind of sort of forgotten about it, too. I mean, it's just...
It's down at the bottom of her satchel.
Satchel.
I guess I'll,
She
guess I'll
has to
keep
dig
this
through a
in.
bunch of shit to get to it.
I mean, she
Oh, yeah.
knows she has it, but
She's
she just
only
isn't
3
really
foot
thinking
tall.
about using it because it's mostly used for evil purposes, and she's not in the slightest.
But he is unaware that Soul Crucible is in your possession.
Oh
Ruby.
yeah, she's not gonna let them know
Yeah. Okay.
because that's what they want. But she wants to use him to get to the order.
The order or the inner facet
the inner
gem?
facet gem.
Gem.
Not,
gem.
not five
That was
gems.
plural.
So what are we doing?
Well, before we leave the room, I would like to go back and retrieve where I dropped my longbow, and I would like to try to recover some arrows.
Okay. How many arrows did you fire?
I'm going to say like close to 8.
8? Okay. Why don't you go and roll a d8? You managed to salvage every one of these arrows. Miraculously, they have not sustained enough damage to warp the shafts,
Arrow hunting over here.
right?
That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, even the ones that had stuck in the beast's hide, you could pull back out, and the tips on them are still good to go. Fletching's all dialed in.
That's right. That's why I stay up late sharpening these things.
Eldon, what are you going to do?
I picked up my sword earlier.
Okay.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I think we need to get a move on.
Okay. Is that what we're doing? Moving
Yeah,
on?
I'll be waiting at the entrance for everyone to come forth.
I
Okay.
join.
I'm just gonna sketch the beast in my bestiary.
Okay. You slowly roll him over. Look at his face. As you're looking at it, you notice that, it's milky eyes are still wide open, but you don't see any pupils at all with this thing.
I make a note of that.
Okay.
And then, as if everyone else is headed up,
Ooh.
I'll meet up with everyone else at the top and say, did anyone else notice that thing had no pupils? Or seemed like it might have been
I didn't really
under
take
the control of something else?
I didn't really take note of it. I knew that it had milky eyes, but I didn't really think anything of it at the time.
It is a beast.
And it did have
But-
2 eyes. But speaking of having 2 eyes,
You want to finally pop that other one in?
I want to pop that eye. You said it had a shelf life. Is it still?
It's only been
still
like
fresh. I know,
it's
but
only
like,
been
I,
like 15 minutes at the most.
Dude,
Over the past month of
It's-
playing,
it's
it's
not
only
a-
been a couple hours.
Not a
it's
carton
only
of
been-
milk, dude.
I don't know.
aren't Narthic eyes like this big?
Wait, are they?
They're big, but we could maybe work some.
Yeah,
Just stretch your eye socket
Yeah.
out.
yeah.
But who said he was?
I
Gonna,
have
who said
some
he was going to help
decks.
them? Somebody said they were going to help him with that last time.
I certainly didn't.
Them-
Is it a survival check?
It would probably be like a medicine check.
Yeah, you gotta retat your
I am
red.
not proficient,
I
but I,
need a
do
nurse.
have a bonus, or I'm at least plus in medicine.
I got a negative
too.
1 to medicine, so
Okay.
I don't even know how to put a band-aid
I
on.
can assist this.
If you get
Do you wanna try
gangrene,
it?
I can heal you after. I can't do anything now.
I can try and pop that bitch in there. Let's see.
Who's going to do it? One of you.
okay, considering
I'm going
I can't,
to
yeah,
attempt
let him do it.
to put the Nothic eye
Rotha
into my
let's clean it
friend's
first.
skull.
You don't know where you smuggled that out of. Okay,
So we clean it.
so you clean it. You grab this eye, and it's probably about 3 inches in diameter.
Oh man, it's gonna make his head swollen.
What are you going to tell him? You're just going to say, hold still? You're going to say, lay down,
Take a deep breath.
Bite on this.
on
exhale?
this.
Pretty much all that.
I'm gonna feel deep penetration.
I'll try and find anywhere where there's a bench to have him lay on.
All you see is the stone dais that this
Shove it in with your foot.
liquid time device is mounted onto. That's really the only dry area in the whole
Well,
cavern.
not try. Is there
think we
anything
need some
else
lube for this.
elevated, or is it just that?
Use the belly's beast as a bench.
Yeah, we need to lube it up. We need to use.
That's really-
Like, can I lay him down on that?
There's some
On the
slime
beast?
from the beast.
No, on the.
The center.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You
Spinny
can lay him
thing.
down, sure. Yeah.
Put some spit
Not on the
into it.
spinny thing. You just lay him down on the stem.
Okay,
Steps.
so I lay him down on the stones, and I call
Put him on the stones. Put the stones to him.
I call Eldon over
Oh, God.
and give him a little bit of rope and say, "This is going to take some effort.
All right, I immediately put it between Rafu's teeth and say, "Bite on this."
We might need more than that, Ruby. We might need
This is getting
some."
kinky.
I pull out my rope.
So much for eye surgery.
Or we're
Dude, it's
bondaging
eye
him down
surgery.
and shoving a thick thing into him.
Okay. What are you doing with all this rube?
I'm astonished and don't really know how to react to this scene.
Okay.
And yeah, she's kind of just taken back.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. You're going to make your check right now for Vratislav. All right, playing a gold doubloon.
Is it worth it?
Oh yeah, that one's worth it.
Okay,
Did it land on
22
19,
medicine
19.
check to
Okay.
shove it in his socket.
okay, 22 minutes in check. Rafu, make a strength attack.
Attack.
Just
Attack?
straight up.
That would be 20.
20. Your teeth bite this rope in half. Ruby, make a con save.
Me? What did
Yes.
I do? I'm not even near this.
I think you're helping with the feet.
Constitution.
That looks good.
That'll be a 19.
19. You resist the urge to retch as you watch as this eye descends in towards his socket. About 1,000 small cilia begin to move and wiggle and go right into his eye socket. You see all this putrid fluid leak out of this larger eye and start to diminish in size as it enters into his ocular cavity. And Rafu, as you begin to blink, you notice that your depth perception starts coming back into focus again.
Ruby like turns around and goes, oh, oh.
What color-
Vratislav fucking dabs.
Yeah, that's right, man. Fucking surgeon over here.
So not only
Dab
are
on
you-
those haters. Just,
Why are you guys like this?
What's that?
I just did major surgery out of pure luck.
Dude, that thing magically fit
That guy,
into his
the
eyes.
eye fit into decided.
I decided.
I decided and wanted to be there. That's the worst thing to have.
It's the eye
That
of
is
the
the worst case
beholder.
scenario.
I still made it fit, didn't I?
The eye.
Don't take that away from
So
me.
I'm just
I'm going to tell him what the eye does later
okay.
because I want him to know how it affects him. I don't want everybody else to know how it affects him. But I already know what it's going to do. So.
See dead people.
Yeah.
You're gonna fucking
I had a
turn
quick
into a
question.
Nothic man.
What does this eye look like? It's a different color of pupil.
Isn't it
What-
like green?
Or you're like
Like-
Thor Ragnarok. You have
I
two
always
different
envisioned
color
it
eyes.
yeah.
looking like the
or like
eye
a
of
husky,
Sauron.
like where it has like two
Oh,
different
fuck.
eyes.
You know, like
It's
it
even
was
worse than I
yellowish.
Oh,
with
so
this-
you
with
got
this-
a cat eye.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like but it's not. It doesn't have an elongated iris. It's just. It's got like a tiger eye for cornea.
Okay.
Yeah, the pupil is
Dude, if I was
larger
an
than
ugly
normal.
orc then, imagine me now.
Yeah, you look like almost like a Fomorian.
Does my
you know?
intimidation go up?
You know what a Fomorian looks like, right?
No.
They're the ones. They're like they're Cyclops or related to Cyclops that have like one larger eye than the other, but it gives them the ability to I think to see through time to a degree or something.
Oh,
like
okay, yeah.
that. Yeah, they're ugly fucks. They
I
come
know
from
that
big.
ability that they
Well,
have, but I didn't.
he should have like advantage to what's the word I'm looking for? Scaring people.
Intimidation?
There we go. Thank
Intimidation.
you.
That's
Yeah,
what he
that's why
just
I
asked
said if it
about.
gives me a boost to my intimidation.
Yeah, you just look at him with your
I'm
wonky eye.
double proficient. Oh my god, that is scary looking. Chris just showed me a picture of that thing. It is scary.
Yeah.
Some Fomorian just skull
That's Uncle
fucked you.
Ruckus.
After you guys have done this major eye surgery, what are you going to do?
Let's leave. I don't want to be here anymore.
Ruby's just trying to keep it together right now. She's seen a lot of shit, but that took the cake.
I don't know why we do that.
Vratislav is ecstatic. He just performed ocular surgery.
I give
on
you back
his
your
party mate.
I give you back your rope. It's 5 feet shorter now that you bit through it.
I'll coil it up. I'm just too ecstatic that somehow I forced that eye into that socket.
I'm telling you, I wanted to be there.
Rothislav, I thank you.
Oh man, you fucking.
The pleasure was mine.
So you guys begin to ascend these natural stone steps, and you make your way back out to the swamp above. As you enter into the outside air, the first thing that you notice as you begin to look around is that the foliage of the swamp and the canopy is much, much thinner than you remember it being moments ago when you first entered into the pyramid. And as you look around, you notice that the pyramid is still there. This golden pyramid has not changed. It doesn't even look like it's any different than it was from when you first saw it in the future.
I would like to ask Archer if he knows anything about this pyramid and who made it.
As you look around, you notice that Archer is still inside the pyramid at this
he's
time.
getting-
Yeah, he hasn't come up yet.
Archer, come on.
I'll be there in just a moment. Give me just a moment.
I don't trust him, as I say to Eldon in the group.
I don't trust him either, but he can't really do anything to us right now.
A quick go back. Were there skulls hanging around this temple?
Yes, in
I
front
know
of
there
people.
was a swamp, but I can't remember if there was like
There were
spikes
there-
with skulls
Yeah,
on
yeah.
them. Like
and
they
bullywogs
were-
and
the
bullywags
yeah.
and
Yeah, those skull torches are not there.
By the way, is it still? I may have missed this when you were describing it earlier, but is it still like a swamp, or is it more of like a foresty area right now?
It's more of a foresty area, but there is a small tributary that's running through, very shallow, but you notice that all the water, even though it's kind of going around the pyramid, a great deal of it is also going into it, which
Okay.
is what you saw going down the natural steps and filling up the basin and going down the main hole in the back and all that other stuff. You know, that's where the water came from, is from this area.
Okay.
But it is nowhere near as dense as it was when you first traversed the place.
Okay. Okay.
Confounded device.
I'm gonna go back down
I follow.
to see what he's doing.
As you
I assume I know what he's doing, but
As you go down, you see him standing in front of the liquid time device, and he's trying to activate it, trying to get it to work. It's you see he looks fully defeated. This is beyond the scope of my knowledge. I should be able to work this thing.
Rafu wants to walk over to Archer and tell him, "I see you're having a problem."
Ruby kind of wants to give it a try.
Go ahead.
Am I rolling anything? Mm-hmm. Like what?
Arcana.
Oh, okay. That'll be a 15.
15.
And I'm proficient? But
That is with your provision.
I know, but I mean, like, if you see any extra bonuses, but like,
can I get extra bonuses?
It seems locked up for you as well.
I don't know, man.
I'll use Arcana. I'll just like kick it.
That's how you get all great things to work.
Well, my Arcana is -1, so it's probably not gonna work. I got a 1 total. I got a 2 -1, so 1.
When you
Well,
say this
he-
thing's frozen, is it frozen or seized? Like it doesn't.
Does it need WD-40 or is it like just not working?
I have a
It's
bunch
not,
of oil.
it's not frozen like ice, if that's what you're asking.
No, is
Okay.
it seized?
See, well, that's what I was asking. Is it seized or is it frozen?
It just seems like it's locked up.
All right. Archer, would it seem to help if maybe I try
Spin
to
on
get
it?
it to spin? If it's locked up, I can try to force it to move.
That was the way the sisters did it from our time. I have no idea how they managed to do it.
Strength check to, like,
Oh,
Put his
sure. You
momentum
want
into
yeah,
it?
go right ahead.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Can I assist on that?
That is
I think he's got it.
23.
23.
He's
It
got it.
spins, and you see the bands move, and you see the orbs spin on their axis. but nothing happens with it. It's not locked up. It's just not
magic.
activating.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Archer, I did my best.
I don't think it's going to move. We need to get going. Seriously.
Oh, it moved. Ruby, it moved.
Move like actually working, Rafu.
As Rafu spins it, I want to make whatever Arcana check I can make.
Make an attempt.
As it spins around, I take a look at it, and with
Oh.
a 15, do I see anything?
You see a brief image appear, whether it's a shutter movement like a frame out of a movie reel, and you just see a sewer grate leading in towards a building. And as fast as you see it is as fast as it goes away.
That was the secret entrance, man.
Yes, I will relate that to the party.
You think you saw the secret entrance?
I saw the secret entrance.
Yeah, it's the one the sisters were
Well,
talking
then
about
we
the
need to
last
get
time.
going.
How did you do that? What was that you saw? Relay it to me, please.
I just saw flashes of a city, some sewers.
Sewers. That doesn't make sense. That's not what I had seen when I was in the future.
What did you see?
Well, the sisters showed me the gate into the garrison, but they instructed me not to use the gate. They said to use the caverns below, but I don't know. I mean,
Well, the last time we were there, they told us to use the sewers. I can only assume they lead us to the cavern.
we are both, your group and I are in uncharted land at this time. The territory is completely unfamiliar from what I'm known with. I don't know. Perhaps we should still continue to travel together.
We've been waiting on you.
I am sorry for my delay, but I had to be sure. Part of my instructions were to facilitate this device and get further instructions, and I have been unable to. I'm cut off from any more contact, any more communication with the future.
Well,
It's almost as though something happened to the sisters. I don't understand.
Well, they were drinking a lot the last time we were there.
I mean, they all were very happy. They were just celebrating their birthday recently. And I got them each beautiful gifts, hats, party hats, and
Oh yeah, no, they were having a grand old time, and
we left them alive.
We sent them off.
we,
We gave them a grand send off.
Nenosia had the biggest heart of them all. She was about ready to be a grandmother, from my
Oh
understanding.
yeah, a big heart, a lot of blood.
Rafu just like turns to the side, it's like, like I look at disgust, like who would sleep with that?
That eye looks marvelous in you.
Ruby kind of just turns around and puts her face in the tunic and starts walking off.
Well, we shouldn't hesitate. Let's make our way.
So we're walking up where the water's coming down.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So as you guys return back to the outside, you, like I said before, you notice that everything about it seems less hostile, less overgrown like it did before. And you know that the garrison is towards the north.
Yeah. And then the sewer is like to the southeast of the garrison or something. The sewer entrance is to the.
Southeast, yes.
Okay.
Good memory.
So
why we got 'em.
I guess we'll.
You guys are like giving the fucking...
Give him a doubloon.
He already has 3.
I
Give
used
me a
one today.
doubloon.
Jesus, Rafu, now you keep cracking the mic.
I'm excited.
He's got us in hostage.
I got an
He's gonna try
eyeball
and,
back.
He's
I got 2
raging.
eyes.
He's raging in the mic.
yeah, let's go north.
You see the
To the north.
You see the man get down on his knees, kind of looking around on the northern bank of this water. Looks around, he sees animal trail, like a game trail leading. This way, follow me.
Sure thing.
Very good.
We take a little rest.
I will take a look at the tracks too.
Go ahead and make a nature check. And as a ranger,
I'm a ranger
Yeah.
with no fucking nature.
Can I assist on your nature?
sure.
I did not expect that sentence to go that way.
I'm going to do it as
4.
well.
You got a 19.
Okay. Vratislav, what you were able to ascertain with this giant toad beast does not lead you to deduce what left these tracks. However, Barbarian, you know that these tracks appear to be fin-like in nature, but bipedal. And they are going in the same direction you're going.
North.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
next session, yes. Both.
Into next session.
And going into next
I'm
session.
just happy he's able to see something.
Woo. I did that with both my eyes, guys.
See what I could do with 2 eyes?
I'll tell you guys something because obviously at some point, and I'll cut all this out, but at some point you guys were not going to be here. But this was going to work its way back into the blood vault.
Oh, wow.
And you guys were going to like go through that kind of altered. But because the blood vault took place in Crimson Shore, which Scandea is Crimson Shore like 500 years in the future or whatnot, that's where you guys were going to be headed so we could record and do that too. But
That always
Well, we might
reminds
be
me
able
of
to
like one of those
revisit
like
after some time.
sitcoms, like Twin Peaks or something
No.
like that. Like
Twin
where-
Peaks?
What's that?
Yeah,
We'll
like
probably
Crimson
revisit it
Shore.
after some time.
we will.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just going to cut all this out because I don't want to leave it
Yeah.
in there for anybody. But
Whatever.
I'm imagining that Nick will be here. Well, he is going to be here next week. And I
He's
thought,
going to be here next week, and I know he's down to play. So
well, that guy that was on his shoulder was supposed to be his character.
Oh.
Obviously not dying, but he was going to be, that's how he is going to be brought in. Whatever he was going to be,
Well,
you know,
no,
ranger or magic user, that's how I was going to introduce
I
him.
was talking to him last night. He might be a rogue.
Okay, that's fine. I mean,
That's
there's
cool.
plenty of places because
I
you,
told him I figured a rogue would be because
Yeah,
That's an easy.
we have plenty of casters. I was telling him we have plenty of casters. We have tanky fighter people. So
yeah, it's good for him because since we're going to be next to it,
it's
like
the
he
only
can
thing
sneak
that
attack
we
all the
don't
time.
cover. Yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
But he doesn't know. It's up to him.
Yeah,